Hello everyone, I'm at the Elmwood Cemetery, Brighton, Colorado, and beautiful day, hot day, but it's a gorgeous day here. You guys know who Robert Alfonso Farrell? He was an Aruban dancer, singer, and DJ. He was a member of the 1970s and early 80s disco group Boney M. And they had a song Rasputin, and they had another song Ma Baker. And Ma Baker was actually Kate Barker, and she was Ma Barker. She was that gangster mom that had 4 boys that were all into criminal mischief things, and they would on robbery. 3 of them I think even killed people. But another thing here, here in Denver, the Denver area in the 1930s, yeah, and then Ma Barker, she and her sons went on a crime spree. God, California, Midwest, Texas, Florida. They even went into Havana, Cuba. But in the early 1900s, Denver had what is called market and produce terminals, and there was one on Wazee. It was called the Wazee Market. Cost $1 million. It was on a historic Auraria site extended between 9th and 13th Street along Wazee Street. 248 grower stalls, what was hailed as the most modern banana handling plant in the country. So back in those days, there were grocery stores, but a lot of people went to these big markets, and you could buy produce from the farmers around Denver and around here and Brighton. There's still a lot of farmers out here in Brighton, Colorado. And there was a second one called the Denargo Market. It was built by the Growers Market Association on 30 acres of land, 29th Street and Broadway. The Denargo Market had access to the Union Pacific Railway, boasted 504 grower stalls, an administration building, a refrigeration plant, a restaurant, and a barber shop. It opened in May 20th, 1939. On July 7, 1971, a 4-alarm fire devastated the market. Today, Denargo Market is the site of a major redevelopment project. So the reason I brought up Denargo Market is there's a guy here buried here in Elmwood Cemetery, Lloyd Barker, Red Barker. And he was one of the sons of Ma Barker, or Ma Baker if you go by the Boney M song. And I guess he has an unmarked grave. It took me such a long time. I was getting hot. I could have sworn he had a headstone, but apparently he's right here. He doesn't have a marker. It's over here by Kilpatrick, and these other people are called the Nelms. But yeah, he was shot by his wife in 1949, I think it was. And I even have a paper here. And he worked at that Denargo market. They said he was a really good worker, and he never did kill anybody. So the reason he really didn't get into a lot of trouble is that in 1921, I believe, he went into a post office and stole whatever he could, whatever money they had, whatever. I don't know why you would go to a post office, but then they gave him 25 years in 11/4 prison in Kansas, and he only since he was such a good model prisoner, they let him go at about 16 years. Then he went up to I think it is Michigan or somewhere, and he became a cook for an army, some kind of army thing up there. And then He eventually came out to Colorado, Westminster, Colorado. He got a house in Westminster, and he somehow married this wife too. Not sure how he met her. And he worked at this, he was the assistant manager of this Denargo Grill, which is part of the Denargo Market. So here's an office memorandum, United States government. Jenny Barker, his wife, shot and killed her husband Lloyd Red Barker at their home, 3426 West 73rd Avenue, Westminster, Colorado, on March 18, 1949. She was arrested the same date and placed in the Adams County Jail at Brighton, Colorado, where she readily confessed to the shooting of Red Barker, or Lloyd Barker, claiming that she was afraid of him. And she said that he had tried to threaten her life on numerous occasions. On March 21st, 1949, she was tried by jury in the District Court of Brighton and entered a plea of not guilty by reason of insanity at the time of the murder. And since then, upon the testimony of two competent doctors, she was sentenced to life in the Colorado State Insane Asylum at Pueblo, Colorado, where she was confined on April 9, 1949. The only background concerning Barker, as known as Mayberry and Fisher, is that he has been employed for several years at the Denargo Grill Market. At the time of his death, he was the assistant manager of the grill. He was reportedly living with Jenny as a common-law wife for approximately 7 to 8 years, having 2 children by her. And she had two previous children by 2 previous husbands as well. So that lady got around pretty good. Jenny is described as born February 20th, 1912, New York City, U.S. 5'2", 92 pounds, blue eyes, brown hair, fair complexion. So that was this office memorandum, United States, dated May 12th, 1949. So yeah, Lloyd William Red Barker, son of Kate Barker or Ma Barker. And she shot him. He was coming home to, his wife said that she was sick, so he was coming home, and so he's laid to the rest right here. And then as he walked into the doorway, she shot him with a .22 caliber shotgun. I guess it blew off his head. And yeah, and then she spent the rest of her life in the Pueblo prison. She died, I think she died in 1986. I have my notes here. Their 2 kids were Eileen and Michael Barker. They were infants at the time that this happened. They were probably placed in foster homes, and nobody knows what ever happened to those 2 kids. But her name was Jean Virginia Jenny Farrell Barker. She died in 1986 at the age of 74, and she is at the Mountain View Cemetery, Pueblo. So, yeah. So that whole family, that whole Barker family, ended up dead. And but this poor guy, he kind of went straight after prison, and then he got involved with a crazy wife, unfortunately. Yeah, so he lived in Westminster, and here is a strange coincidence again. You know, her name is was Jean Virginia Jenny Farrell, Farrell Barker. The lead singer of Boney M, his name was Robert Farrell. Last name Farrell, Farrell. Isn't that a strange coincidence? Are there really coincidences? Or a lot of people don't believe in coincidences, but that is an amazing coincidence. But yeah, this is Elmwood Cemetery, and Mr. Lloyd Barker, Red Barker, is right here. No headstone. And man, it is a hot day. And I made another little video. There's another little old cemetery just right down the street here, and it was originally on private property, but you can go out there, but you don't have access to inside the little cemetery. All right, red marker. Not sure where you are, but I think you tried in your life, and unfortunately you met the wrong person, unfortunately. But I hope your kids turned out good. I hope they turned out fine and had a very good life, hopefully. All right, this is George Sawtooth signing out.